Good Saturday morning, pipe smokers. I'm back. First of all, I want to thank everybody that's left me emails, commented, asked about me. If you didn't know, I've been off for about a month now off of YouTube. And the Saturday I made that video, my last video of the giveaway I was gonna do, that evening we came home from my grandson's birthday party. And I seen a spot in the rec room floor in the back corner that was wet and was leaking. Long story short, if you ever seen pictures of my rec room, behind the bar, I have a big bookshelf that I built, and I got like women's bottles of vodkas and mixers and stuff like that on it, and I got a TV on top of that. Well, behind that wall, behind there, is where the main shutoff comes into the house. And by the time I got the bookshelf off, all the bottles out of the way, the TV got in there, there was a black elbow coming through the foundation about 3-4 foot high. That's my main coming into the house. That sucker broke off, popped out of the foundation right into my face. It knocked me backwards. And I was just like stunned. I was like shocked. I was in panic mode. That was my main water line coming into my house. And the only way I could shut that water off was running outside and finding the meter out in the yard, which has been buried for over 9 years, because now in this area, they remotely check the meters. He can be within a mile or so away, he said, to check the meters. So over the years, all the dirt and gravel that washes down the road from the other neighbors' houses just slowly covered it up. And I knew around where it was at, but I could not find it. And by the time the water department came, we had called 911. The local fire department, emergency fire department came, volunteers, to try to help me find it. I was out there digging in the yard, and the yard was so dry from no rain that it was like a rock out there trying to dig and find it. It took over an hour to get the water shut off. And it wasn't just a leak. I mean, it was coming out like a freaking fire hydrant. Long story short, if you've ever seen pictures of my rec room, it's a family room. It's like an addition to the upstairs. We hang out down there a lot. The grandkids play down there. I'm down there a lot. We have multiple TVs down there, and furniture and couch and carpeting, padding, my bar's down there. Everything's down there. And it's still, a month later, it's still all tore up. All the restoration company did so far was they came that Saturday night, sucked a little bit of the water out of the carpet, and put a bunch of dehumidifiers and fans down there. And the carpet's still in there. They pulled the padding out. What they did, they went around halfway up the walls, around the whole entire basement, and took out the drywall, the insulation, and the tongue and groove plank paneling I had put in. It's about 4 inches wide, and I put every piece in down there myself years ago. That's all they've done. We're still waiting on them to come and give me the time and date for the restoration, for the remodel side. But that's where I've been. I've been trying to wait until they got done before I come back and make a video, but I don't know when that's going to be, so. I'm going to hold off on the contest until I can get to the tobacco. Everything in the rec room is shoved in my tobacco cellar. I have another room off to the side. That's where I keep all my cigars, my pipe tobacco, my pipes, everything's in there. Basically a junk room. It's all, everything's shoved in there. All my bottles of liquor are boxed up, shoved in there. My guns that I had downstairs, furniture, bar stools, everything's just shoved in that room, and I can't even get into it. What pipes I did have left that I had sold the last couple weeks, I couldn't get in there to reach my padding, my foam padding I put in for my boxes to ship them out with. So everything's a big mess right now, put it that way. Hopefully, within another week or two, we'll get some better news. What I'm smoking today, I'm still buying. Look at it! I bought a couple pounds of this a few weeks ago. Drexel. These are all from October 16th of 2017. Look at it! Make a long story short, it's a vapor. And I never order from Pipes and Cigars, ever, after bad experiences over the years. But they were the ones having this special. And I kept talking back and forth with Cole, Big Country Briar. And he's like, I don't know. It sounds like it might be worth it. It might be worth it. Finally, he talked me into it, and I was going to pass. They were selling these pouches. I believe they're like 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces. They were going to sell these. They did sell these for like 69 cents, 79 cents a piece. What? I was like, I can't pass it up. I knew before I even ordered the tobacco was gonna be dry, being in basically a Captain Black pouch, you know, the old school codger stuff. But I didn't care because I'll smoke dry tobacco. That doesn't affect the taste of what people think it does. So long story short, this is my second pouch I've already smoked. And it's almost gone. What I did, it comes in flakes too, actually, by the way. It was flake form. What I have done was, like I said, when it was so dry, easier to pack my bowls, I just crumbled it all up into, you know, basically crushed it all into crumbs. And I'm telling you what, that is some of the best Perique I have ever smoked in my life. It says on the pouch, I believe, Scandinavian Tobacco Group. Yes. But I don't know if it's another blend, same blend of something else, and they just put it in, you know, rebranded it and put it in a pouch form like that. And even the Virginias are decent. Out of the pouch, it doesn't have a lot of smell. I pick up more of the peppery spiciness than I did any of the Virginias. But I'm telling you, for 79 cents, it was the steal of the year. And I'll go as far as saying this could be one of my top 5 of 2023. Not only because of the price, but because of the taste. I mean, it is an excellent vapor. Like I said, after I crumbled it up, it's more on the stronger peppery side, but it is good. Burns really easy. You definitely pick up the pepper, strong baking spices. The Virginias aren't floral, they're just like sweet. And that's what I like. It's a really good vapor. I've already gave away several of these. Cody, the Smoking Fireman, and I finally got to meet up last weekend, and we went to the local casino and had a cigar, and I gave him a pouch to try. And Tyler, living my best cigar life in Moundsville here where I live, close by, the cigar shop that sells pipe tobacco now, he bought a mortar pipe off of me a week or 2 ago, and I gave him one to try. But it's really good stuff. I went back to the website to see if they had any more left because, like I said, I bought several pounds worth. They were sold out. I know Cole, the Big Country Briar, and Dion Powell, Classical Pipes, or Classical Outdoors. He bought a bunch as well. But in my opinion, steal of the year for sure. I said I'm in no hurry because I can't get into my tobacco cellar anyway. I'm going to jar all that up when I can. I can't get into anything right now. So I got all that tins I had in that contest I was going to give away is in a bag shoved in a corner of that room back there, and I just cannot get into it right now. I'm not even going to try. There's so much glass and collectible stuff in there. when the restoration company came to start tearing the room apart, the guys were just like, they were looking around at all the liquor and the tobacco and the cigars. They were just like in disbelief. And the one manager had came by, the estimator for the insurance or for the restoration company, and he's a big cigar smoker as well. He was eyeing up my, I have two big wine humidors full of cigars, and I have another one in the back, and he was just like checking everything out and looking. But around here, it's just been chaos. It's been one thing after another. If you remember a video I was talked about there a few months ago, my lathe was acting up. Well, it acted up again. It's my wood lathe that I use the most out of anything. And it started smoking again, and it's the contact switch, I think. I took it back apart, and the motor's fine. It's just that switch. So I tried to Google it. I found the part, but I hear trying to replace it is like terribly hard to do. So right now it still works, but the only way I can get it to work is manually plugging in the lathe from the outlet off, and I'm pulling it in and out when I'm ready to use it. So it's a hassle right now, but I got to deal with it. I'm done with the boat for the year. I haven't got to use that in the last 3 weeks or so. I ordered the kit to winterize the boat. It gives you the oils and the gear oil and the spark plugs and all the fuel filters and oil filter and all that. So be changing that hopefully this week, next week coming. Other than that, not much more going on here. One more quick thing I wanted to mention, it's how it's such a small world out there. This has been about a month ago now. I didn't get to tell the story yet because of everything going on. We were out on the road working. I work, like I said before, for the Department of Highways. We were putting some road art, we call it, down, where you're putting like stop bars on the roads and arrows and onlys you see on the road. Well, that's burned in with a big torch. That's how we do it. It looks like roof shingles, but it's white, and it comes in, you know, cut out patterns, and you lay that down, you burn it into the ground. Well, we were up there doing that. Another local crew came from a different county downstate because they had some different machinery we needed, equipment. And their boss kept staring at me. And I kept noticing him. He kept looking at me like he knew me or something. I didn't know this guy. And finally we got done. It was around break time, and I broke out my corn cob and I started smoking my pipe. He got a big smile on his face, and he looked at me and he goes, "I know you." And he goes, I watch your videos. Harry's been a subscriber for me from years now. So that was really cool. So other than that, I try to keep this video as short as possible. But if you ever had this Drexel, excellent stuff. Matter of fact, when I do have the drawing for that contest, I'll throw a pouch of that in too as well. But definitely more peppery, spicy than it is sweet, and that's right up my alley. I'll even go as far as saying that I like it as much, if not better right now, is Escudo. Escudo is more sweet than this is. This is more peppery. But enough of me rambling. Again, I want to thank everybody that's been in touch with me. That's where I've been. I miss making videos. I miss making pipes. I'll get two pipes out of this. I'm gonna cut this up today and get some stuff made, hopefully today and tomorrow. Thank God for insurance is all I gotta say. I had to pay a big deductible out of pocket for the insurance to begin with. And then I had to pay for all the plumbing to get fixed. The insurance wouldn't cover that. But other than that, they're paying for everything else. And it's the way the estimator adjuster's saying, it's gonna be a hefty, hefty price tag. Just new carpet alone and padding down there. It's not just a room. It's basically just picture your whole upstairs, the same living space as downstairs. My downstairs is all open. I have it all opened it all up years ago. It's got a huge room on the front down there. It's got a tobacco cellar, a bathroom, and a laundry room. And all of that had 6, 8 inches plus of deep water in it throughout the whole basement. So just the carpet alone and the padding is going to be, phew. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow with another one. I got some more stuff out here I got to review. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Talk to you boys and girls later.